Buddy. So we finally got to spend some experience, even though we had some bad times in the last one. Um, Two of the cards that we were playing were not legal, so we've taken them out. I didn't replace them with new cards. I just used them when I upgraded my deck via XP. So you can see here we put in some of the upgraded lock picks, which are really important for a rogue investigator who's getting clues. And then we got charisma, so we can have multiple allies. And then we got some allies that give us health and sanity to soak, and they also give us knowledge, so we can make our tests easier at the cost of one resource per round. But we don't really intend to keep them around for crazy long, and we do make a lot of money with our deck, so it should be okay. We'll see how it goes. Um, Let me bring it back to the game capture. Perfect. And let's start building. Alright, everyone's favorite mission, City of Archives. So, we'll go into the book and start dealing with the City of Archives. So, in the intro, we must decide to either cooperate and tell the creatures everything we know or resist captivity. So, we're going to resist captivity and go to intro 3. So, we have to record in our log that we resisted captivity. From there, we have to gather these encounter sets, which is done. And then before drawing any opening hands, we have to search our deck and play area for any unique items and remove those assets out of play. They do not exist. So we've shifted times once again. So first we're going to have to build our decks because we forgot to do that. Or haven't done it yet, I guess, is a also true statement. Um, yes, and we have to take out any unique items. So a unique card is one that has a star in front. You can see here in front of Dario's name, there's a star. I don't believe that I have any unique items, but I'm gonna just double check. Oh, I guess my signature item or my signature card is an item, or rather a unique item. I had not considered that. Okay, but I think that's the only one then. Yeah. All right. Did you have any unique items as well? You have the same thing, your signature item. Yeah. Right, and this doesn't separate. Yep, all unique items. Yep. If we had Alejandro, we would take him out of the deck. And then we have to replace each investigator card with the body of a Yithian card. Okay, so we'll get into what that means. So you can see here, underneath ours is the body of a Yithian. Um, and so, yeah, we are now considered to be this. We have very terrible stats. The good news is we have 7 health and 7 sanity, so we're doing okay with soak. And Agnes only had 6, so now instead of starting at 6, they have 7, so they have 3 instead of 2. So it's a small help. We lose all of our signature abilities. So, like, for Finn, it was evading gives a free action, and our star effect was we get a clue if we succeeded by 2 or more. Well, now, anytime we commit a card to a skill test, once per test, we can double the number of icons on the card. So it makes a lot of our skills more valuable. And if we hit the star effect, we'll get draw an extra card and get +2. Um, so we're going to have to deal with that, and we'll see what that looks like. And then we'll go back into here and do more setup. If we cooperated with the Ithians, do one thing, and if we resisted, do something else. So if we go over here, these are set up. This is resisted, and this is cooperated. So we chose resist. So we just click place, and then conveniently, it's going to put everything into play for us. These two are randomly chosen. The one up there is where we're going to start. We're going to use the same icons here, the same mini placards, to show where we are so we can differentiate easy. And we start here in the interview room. You'll also see that there is a Yithian observer in the display, which is great. Yeah, we put the other halls into play, the custodians aside. We are now ready to begin. Alright, we'll shuffle the encounter deck. Up here, it says here that we are not allowed to put any item assets into play, including item weaknesses. And then over here, it tells us that if there was a Yithian observer, it would gain aloof. In order to advance, we have to get 4 more clues. So we're in a location with 4 shroud and 2 clues. There's an option to test either knowledge or strength to interrogate a captive person here. If you try to make this test and fail, you'll take 2 horror, so it's a very dangerous proposition. Let's do some mulliganing. So we have the knowledge that items are bad, so we're going to not keep that. These two things should be great. And in a situation where we can double icons, both of these should be very good. Um, Unfortunately, this is strength and knowledge and not agility. And I don't think we're going to need agility early, so we're going to let that go as well. We're going to draw two new cards. Alright, these are pretty good. We've had worse cards. This one's going to be rough in the beginning, but hopefully that item thing isn't going to be there forever. So I still have the one trauma from the previous one. I have my thing. Alright, I am ready to go. Alright, so we'll start by spending 4 for everyone's favorite doctor. And then we're going to use perception. So we normally would only get 2, but because of the body of Aethian, we'll get 4 knowledge. So we're testing 7 to 4, which is plus 3. And we will succeed. So with that, we will react with Dr. Christopher to get a money, and we'll draw from the perception, and we'll grab a clue. I did shuffle my deck, right? Yeah, I'll show. I mean, I think I drew the cards that I put on top, or drew a card that I put on top. All right, so that's 2 actions. These are hard to tell because it's neutral investigator, but I played Dr. Milan and I investigated. I have 1 action remaining. Um, do you think that you're gonna explore a little bit, or are you gonna stay where you are? Sure. And then by next turn, do you think you'll leave if you go first, or you don't know? Hmm. All right. Well, we'll take a shot in the dark and we'll play Lone Wolf and see if we can get some extra money. All right. So go ahead and take your turn. What did you change the states? Yeah. Okay. So that's yours. Yeah, I'm green. So okay. Oh, so you did the old classic, eh? All right. So you get 2 stats from Peter. Perfect. And then you have your combat. So we're set up. All right. Let's no monsters early. So right into upkeep. Of course. Why would we not? Just get it right out of the way. Well, alright. So we'll draw the top card of the encounter deck. We have not done that. Okay. And this spawns at the laboratory of the Great Race. Luckily for us, that doesn't exist yet, so it's discarded. Alright, well that was my 2. Now, oh, we're not even there yet. That was just, yeah. That was my drawing card for upkeep, helping me out so much. So I'll put a Doom on the agenda, and now you can draw an encounter card. Alright, if there's a Yithian enemy at your location, you cannot investigate the location or use abilities on it. On encounter cards, rather, and then you can discard 2 cards to get rid of this. Super fun. Alright, and then I get to draw 1. Oh, a friend. Okay, well, he's here. That's not a Yithian Observer, that's a Scholar from Yith. Yep. Okay. +4. Yep. Yep, it's only a -1, 1 -5, and then the red squid. Nope, you're just fighting it. Yep. It would be rather maniacal of them to not let you fight it as well, right? I'm not saying they wouldn't do crazy bad things to us, but okay. So you're +1, +5, I think. Yeah, that'll be a pass. Yep. To be fair, it wasn't a request. It was just a question last turn if you knew or not. But yeah, so you're over there and there's nothing to be done. We just put the clue on, and you can discard cards to move around here as needed. Neat. All right, so it's my turn. I'll start by using Lone Wolf, and I'm going to try to remember to do that better because sometimes I forget. So let's do that. Unfortunately, being -1 is a terrible way to investigate, so we're going to draw a card to start. Um, hmm. I don't think we're ready to play our friend yet, so let's draw another card and see if we can get some more help. Well, that's a neat little trick, and that's not an item. Excuse me. So we'll play our scavenging. And so now we can use our items, and then if we succeed by enough, we can get them back. That should be a nice way to make our cards go further. But that said, that's all 3 actions, right? Because I drew 2 cards and then played scavenging. Alright, so from here, we'll go to the monster step. There isn't any monsters, so then we go to the upkeep. Oh, cool, I didn't give myself a weakness. Nice. 2 on the agenda, and an encounter card. Alright, well, these are tied. I would vote for yours. Yep. Good, I agree. And mine. Oh, hey, look, that looks familiar. Alright, well, if there's bad guys that show up, luckily there aren't right now. I'd like to go first unless there's something you're doing. Alright, we'll start by getting our money from Lone Wolf. We'll then spend 2 money. Oh, sorry, it's only 1. What a bargain for Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter gives you +1 knowledge, and then at the end of the upkeep phase, you must pay a resource or discard it. So luckily we have this Lone Wolf, and it should balance out. So now we're testing 4 to 4, which is even. I would like to commit Flashlight to be +2, using the Body of Aethian to double it. And I'll also do Quick Thinking to be +3. And we will fail. So that's 2 actions. I did, that's why it's exhausted. But thank you for checking. I really don't want to investigate it even. I don't think that's a successful strategy. Right? There's only, what, 30% chance I succeed at a test for even? 3 out of 10? Yeah, I think I'm going to draw a card. Yeah, I was thinking it through. Alright, go ahead. Sure. Yep, we're going to throw Pete on the charisma and this over on that. Because Pete won't need to ready. What did you hit? I'm sorry, I was busy moving Pete. Neat. That's a good card. Oof, that's rough. Okay. Oh, it just doesn't help, or it helps a little, but you don't have the ability. I guess you can just throw it on Pete. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, you probably just start now, right? There's no reason to wait. Yeah. Okay. That's a fast. Yeah, they're both fasts. Correct. Okay. So yeah, weaknesses usually are bad. All right. Let's go to the upkeep. There's no monsters, so we can skip that. Oh well, what was that about weaknesses? You want to draw weaknesses? That's what I do. Nothing is moved, so it gets shuffled back in. All right, 2 on the agenda. I'm 2 out of 3 for weaknesses. All right, go ahead. I could. I very well might. All right, that's your friend again, or my friend, our friend. Okay, so this has aloof. That is the Athenian Observer for now, anyway. Right, and that's from the Act. Yeah. All right. Correct. Yeah, we missed it. Yep. It heals at the end of the turn. Sure. So I'll get my money from Lone Wolf. Oh, I would have lost the money from Treasure Hunter, which I would be keeping in play. I am going to start by drawing a card. That is a great card. I wish I would have drawn it earlier. I will draw a second card. Of course I will. Draw my weakness and shuffle it back in. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I don't believe that it's going to move anything with the hunter, but I'll double check. Ready each enemy at your location or a connecting location. Each hunter enemy at a connecting location moves one location towards you. That's not a hunter. Yeah, yeah. And then if no enemies are moved, shuffle it back in. So that's what I thought, but it's a good thing to double check. I have not played a lot of my good friend here. All right. Um, I really wanted to use this card later, but I guess we're gonna have to use it now. So let's investigate the location. Sorry, let's take this test. So we are gonna go +4 to the test. Sorry, +2 to the test. So we have 4 plus 2 is 6. And we fail and take 2 horror. Cool. Alright, that's my 3. Yep. It's also a draw for what it's worth, but yeah. Yep. Same as before. Still a pass. That's the same pull. So did you forget to take your 2 horror before? Or. Yeah. But I think you pulled a skull the first time as well, right? Okay, no problem. It's no big deal. We'll figure it out. With Pete there, your horror soak's not really gonna matter. All right. Yep. Okay. That'll kill Pete if you use it. Okay. You can't. You're not Agnes. Yes, that's why I said it was painful to have that. So you want this back, or you want to just take the money? Oop. Whoops. Okay. No problem. It does have my favorite word on it, though. I understand. All right. So monster step. Um. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Take a test. You're testing even, and you take horror if for how much you fail by. So you fail. You have less than 5 cards, so it's -1. So you fail by 1, so you take a horror. Okay. Now monster phase. It's aloof, so we don't have to worry about it. That aloof is granted from the act deck, and then we go to the upkeep. Oh, I tried to do this and I couldn't. Super cool. We'll say I investigated the location. Oh, I couldn't investigate the location because that's a Yithian and I'm at this location. All right. So how do we fix this? I undo 2 horror. I put this back in my hand and I just get a money. Well, I couldn't investigate, but per the rules, right? There's a Yithian at my location. It's an enemy. I cannot trigger the. I cannot trigger it or do an investigate. So the only way to fix it is to just undo it and then do the. I can't even take a car. I won't take a car. I'll just get the money back. And then I'll pay for my friend. Yeah. Although, yeah, this is correct. All right. So then Doom on the agenda and encounter cards. Oh, I can't even take. I can't even click this off while I'm here because he's here. Okay. Yep. Guess we'll be setting up for a while. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. I will fail, and I will discard my treasure hunting friend. Okay. I can draw 2 cards and get a money if you want, sure. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yay. Yep. Alright, monster phase, he's still aloof, so we go to upkeep. Do him on the agenda. That advances. Each investigator searches the top 9 cards of their deck for up to 2 items and draws them. Shuffle your decks if you search. Shuffle the discard pile in. And if the custodian is in play and not controlled by an investigator, move it to the location with the most clues on it. So it is not in play, so we don't have to worry about that. So we have to look at the top 9 cards of our deck for 2 items. Hopefully I have some. Don't know. They're both in my hand. So it's a good thing I didn't draw a card because that was my weakness again. That's an item. It's the only one, but we'll take it. All right. I'll check. Our maximum hand size is reduced by 2, so we only can have 6 cards in our hand at a time. And yes, we can play whatever we'd like. Shuffle the encounter deck and let's draw those. So you're -1, or sorry, even. Well, now that you know that your hand size is smaller, maybe committing cards makes sense. Sure, so you're +4. Nope. So you take 3 horror. Looks like it. So that's what, 2 and 6, right? That's. Oh, sure. Alright, and mine. Laboratory of the Great Race still doesn't exist, so we can discard that. It's nice to get a break. Okay. I can get 3 money if you want. Not much I can do. Well, we need to do the thing that's here, right? There's a test. I think we do in the base game. I mean, we can do it later, I guess. Sure. I'll come here. I'll make this test. I'll commit this card. Um, okay, I'm done. Actually, that's not right. I'm gonna click off this weakness. What am I doing? Yeah. So give me back my money. I'm gonna discard 2 cards and get rid of this. Yeah, that's way better. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. What are cards that we don't need? We don't ever need that card. And then all of these are good. Don't really. Oh, actually, that was a test. I could have committed that, and I'll take my money. Um, what? What's the second card? Um, that's probably too valuable, and I don't have good targets for this, so sure. All right, go ahead. I would have had lone wolf money. Yep. You can always get 2 free ones here if you need some soak. You mean yeah? Okay. So Pete heals down. Yep. We go to upkeep. I need to discard a card. Jeez. I guess we're discarding lockpicks. Doom on the agenda and counter cards. I'd love to take this test. Yeah, test is fine. It doesn't matter what was happening anyway. I was taking 3 horror. Two horror because Mr. Chris is Dr. Chris. I don't want to disrespect his title. All right, go ahead. We definitely don't want to advance, right? If we're trying to avoid fighting this, because we're not required to fight it. And if you don't, I understand that you're limited on resources and you're a little backed up. So I've gotten rid of my weakness. I can go in there and do it while he's alive now. So. Mhm. Yeah, that's in the future. I mean, I'm not really hurting right now. If you want to come up, that's fine. If you wanted to, you don't necessarily have to. You can also just, you know, if you remember from previous games, all three of these locations are the same. They have the exact same name, and uh, so okay. All right. So I will spend three to play lockpicks. I will move in there and investigate with my lockpicks. So four, sorry, three plus two. I forgot I lost my friend. Three plus two is five because the lockpick adds them together, and then I can commit manual dexterity and use four, so I'm 9 to 4. I succeed, so I'm going to react with Dr. Milan to gain a money, and I'll draw a card. All right, and then I also succeeded by a lot, so I'll scavenge. And I heard you like lockpicks, so I'll get some lockpicks for my lockpicks. All right. That was three, so we go to upkeep or monster phase. There are no monsters, etc. Upkeep. Okay. More cards I don't want to discard. I guess I'll discard my lockpicks. Well, you do, yeah. I've already done that. Sure. Alright, I'll put a Doom on the agenda and encounter cards. Okay. Okay. I think it's okay, right? Yeah, so the most I can remove is 5. If you count, I have 6, 17. I have 28, right? 12 and 11 is 23. 29 cards. So I'm not dying. I just lose 5 cards permanently, and one of them could even be my weakness. Yeah, it's cumulatively, not individually, right? Yeah, so I'm fine with this test. I'm gonna just take it at -3. I'm not even gonna try to pass. So I will remove 3 cards. Whoop. What do we get? Quick thinking, perception, and Dario. That's a little unfortunate. I would like Dario, but that's okay. Um, oh yeah, I failed by 3. Yep. Okay. I'd like to go unless there's something that you're planning to do. All right. I'll begin by what's up? Not while I'm sitting inside with the guy with the Yithian. No. That's why I'm trying to get out of here so we can advance. Right? Because we have to, or I'm going to make this test. Okay. Um, so we're going to choose a wisdom chest. Or, sorry, first, I'm going to spend 2 money to play another treasure hunter. Then we're going to test knowledge. I'm going to commit unexpected courage to get +4, and we're going to double it with the body. So I am +4. So of course, in before -5. I did not fail. So we have interviewed a subject. And then with my third action, I will move out, and if you would like to advance now, that's fine with me. Alright, so we have 4 clues, so we can just click this, flip it over, put the set-aside locations into play, choose one of them at random, then put the custodian into play. So what we're going to do first is just shuffle them at random. Let's make sure there's only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So whichever one ends up on top is going to be the one that we put the custodian in. The Great Library, which I believe is over here. And then that gets the custodian, and then this one I believe is up here, and it's connected through this one. Yeah, and this one goes down. Whoop, nope, sorry, over here, and this one goes down here. All right. So that's that. I guess we could do it like this so it's a little less confusing. We said the custodian goes there. All right, all the locations are now put into play. We have put him in a play at random, and the Yithian observer is no longer aloof. In order to advance, if 3 of the following things are true and one of them is interviewed a subject. So we've done 1, we have to do at least 3 of the other 5. and there's two more acts or another act behind this. Yes, I might have misspoken. Three total, two more, um, and there is another act behind it. And there is this custodian fella hanging out that might be relevant. I am out of actions. Yep. He's not an enemy, correct. Yes, uses knowledge, yes. You think you're gonna have money problems, you're saying? Because you have infinity? It looks like infinity. Well, I just. That sounds crazy, because you have so much in play. I figured you'd be almost done. I'm interested. Hmm, interesting. Okay. Alright. So you have a base of 3. You're going to add 2 more, so you're 5 to 2, which is plus 3, which is most of the bag. There, success. And then you get 2 clues because it's the upgraded rite of. Actually, I think you always get 2 for rite of seeking, right? The bonus is that you get the extra 2 willpower, right? Okay, so that's all 3 of yours, right? Oh, because you use it fast, right? Yeah, I'm not used to you risking it with the rite of seeking. And you pulled a 0? Oh, I forgot what you pulled. Okay, so you're safe. Okay. Alright, I've already used mine as we discussed, so we can go to the upkeep. And you're just shortcutting the Peter, and yeah, that's fine. Alright, so yeah, we'll go to upkeep. I lose 1 because I have to pay for my friendly treasure hunter. And doing the agenda 3 of 7 and encounter card. Okay, you're even. Okay, so you're plus 2. This is per test, so you probably don't have to exhaust it, right? You're not. It's not an exhausted. You just have to remember that it's once per test. You pass. Yep. Okay. I do, and it gains surge. My friendly treasure hunter told me he'd like to take it though, and I will surge it up. Well, that's an easy choice. Okay, I did. I even announced it when I paid for it. Yep. All right. So I will start by spending 2 money to play a lucky cigarette case. I will then. I will also get my lone wolf money, and I will activate my lockpicks to investigate this location. I am 6 to 3, which is plus 3, and I am comfortable with that. I'm going to pass so I don't lose a clue. So I will take this. Why do I? Why would I lose a charge? Oh, because I only succeeded by 1. Yes, you're correct. All right. And then I don't want to use any of my cards to move because they're all really good, and I might need them for tests. So I'm just going to move up here as action 2, and then as action 3, I'm going to play pickpocketing. Alright, so that's all 3 of mine, so you get to go. Yeah, so you would be plus 1 base. You also have the gate of potentially hitting a symbol. Remember, you can't draw cards because of cruel interrogations. You're welcome. Mm-hmm. Testing it, sure. So you're +1 base. So just +1. Good. All right. That's all you needed. Okay. All right. So you're +1, as we said. Sure. Mm-hmm. Hey. I definitely thought you were gonna use something to be +3. That's courageous. I like it. That it worked out. No guts, no glory, right? All right. Oh, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Those are always convenient. It's like when you play Stella and you're trying to fail and you just can't. He's like, all right, well, I guess I'm the best investigator ever. All right, so we'll go to the monster phase. He's still hiding over there because he doesn't hunt. So we'll go to upkeep. I lose a resource to pay for my treasure hunter to stay around. Doom on the agenda, so 4 of 7, and encounter card. Sure. Yep, that seems great. That is great because you're just going to spend 2 turns clicking and then moving, right? So what two possible, like what could that do, right? It doesn't do anything to your turn. You can still use your painkillers. Like everything's well, but you don't have any actions. I mean, you just don't want to move this turn because you definitely are going to do the Yithian Orrery, right? I've got a bunch of clues. It's all right. I'll get more. I had a little bit of a struggle bus to start. It's all right. I had to make all these tests and deal with all these bad guys. All right. Yeah, I think this is a fine card for you. I don't think you should whap this or water protection or test to will it, right? Because we can just absorb it so easily. Like next turn, you can just play whatever. Okay, yeah, I don't remember exactly what it does. Either way, location with the most clues, that would be mine. Yep, that's fine. I don't think I need this clue, so I'm okay with leaving it here for now, even though I could pass the test. All right. So I guess I'll go unless. Oh, I guess we discovered that your turn is pretty bland, right? Yeah. You're gonna do the thing to Pete, and then you're gonna do the thing, and then move, or no? Did you have something else in mind? Oh, that's right. If you wanted to keep your hand size, I mean, that's something to consider too. Do you want to just maybe give him? Okay, sure. All right. I'm assuming that you're not able to pass this reliably. Okay. So then the question becomes: do we want to advance now and come up, or should I go down and try to get control of the custodian before we advance? Because in my head, I think we're going to end up back at the orrery if I remember this scenario correctly. Yeah. So I should head over to the custodian. All right. Okay. That's a somewhat difficult test. I'll figure that out later. I will begin by discarding Lucky Cigarette Case to move down using the fast action on the hall. And then I will move into the Great Library as action 1. Spend clues to test to see if you can find the process at the end of the round. If there are fewer than 4 clues, add more until there are clues on it. Alright, well, I only have 1 clue, so I'm going to need to get some. So let's begin by investigating the location. We are 6 to 2, which is plus 4. I'm going to commit deduction and then double it with the body of a Yithian, so I'm 8 to 2, which is plus 6. I succeed, so I'm going to get 2 clues. I'm also going to get to activate. Oh, I'm going to use my lone wolf because I should have. I'm also going to get to do a lucky cigarette case and draw a card and use scavenging. And we're going to go get back the lockpicks that we lost before. All of that is done well and correctly, and you gave me the 2 clues. Perfect. Alright. How many times do I have to pass this test? If you succeed, place a clue, and if there are 2 clues, take control. Alright, so I am plus 1 on this test. I will commit the lockpicks to be plus 3 on this test with the custodian. I will succeed and place one of my clues on it. And that is my 3 actions. Alright, so you did your turn first, right? And that would have went away, yep. So then we can go that in the upkeep that goes away. The monster is still not going to be involved. And then here at the end of the round, we have to put 2 more clues back onto the library. So basically it's just a never-ending supply of clues to be able to take these tests. Alright, from there we'll put a Doom on the agenda, 5 of 7, and encounter cards. Friend for you. Okay, well, I'll be taking another horror, and that has Surge. So 5, 14 is 19, 23, I'm still okay testing this. So let's do that. We'll just lose the top 5. Please, there we go. 1, 2, oh, this is the whole deck, yeah. 3, 4, 5. Could have been worse. Alright. Let's say I didn't, just in case. Alright. So that was my encounter card, so it's our turn now, right? Alright. I'll start by investigating the location plus 1,000,000. Or actually, let's just test. I'll commit intel report to the test. So that'll be 4. So I'm 8. 8 to 3 is plus 5. Great, I passed. Now that there are 2 clues on the custodian, I take control, and as you can see, it doesn't have an ally slot. My playmat's getting a little cluttered. What's up? That's the 3rd thing, right? Yep. So we're going to do that now. So you no longer have to perform any of the following tasks. However, the more that you do, the better. Place this in the victory display with this side face up as a reminder. And so we've done 3 of 6, and we can do up to 3 more. And since we know one of them is here, we can infer that one's in the tower and one's in the deconstruction room. Now we can spend our clues to draw cards. You'll draw 2 cards instead of 1, and if your hand is over the hand size, you draw an extra card. If each surviving investigator has 10 or more cards in their hand, we must immediately advance. Alright, so I've passed my tests. I only have, oh, hold on. I passed this test by like oh no, that was, yeah, I can use the cigarette case, so I will. Whoops, I don't know what happened. I'm going to let my treasure hunter die now by taking the horror from me flipping through. So I'll lose that, and then I draw a card. Okay, lone wolf I should have gotten. This doesn't work, that wasn't an investigation. Alright, everything's back to correct. And this says when the investigator phase begins, draw an extra card. Alright, so then action 2 will be to move over, and action 3 will be to move down. What's going on here? Discard cards in your hand to shuffle and draw. So there's actually nothing here to be done. Interesting. So wait. Oh, because I could have found the process while I was there. That's what I was supposed to do. Alright, so let's go back. That was already flipped over. This wasn't yet. And I have 2 actions remaining. So yeah, let's test the process then. I will discard Dr. Milan to get 2 icons. So I am... Oh wait, what's the penalty for this? Nothing. I have to spend 2... I have to have a clue to do this. Okay. Sorry, I'm backtracking because I forgot about the thing I was supposed to do. So we'll use lockpicks to investigate. So we are 5 to 2. We succeed. We get to do scavenging. We will. Oh, and I messed up and lost my discard pile, so I won't get to scavenge, but I will get the clue. And then with my final action, I'll spend 2 clues and commit Dr. Milan for 2, and I'll commit Smuggler's Goods. So I'm 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 3 is +3, which is what we want to be, and we succeed. So now we've done this. Okay, I'm still going to go down here because I would have not known what was in that location next turn, but that's my 3. Alright, I'm assuming you're going to play with your friend. Good luck. +4. Nope. And you take 2 horror as well, so I'm assuming Pete's going to hold that. Okay. Not +5, not -5. Yay. El Buco. Okay. So recharge is cool, especially the level 4 version. You pull from the bag, and if you reveal a symbol, you put 1 charge, and if it's not a symbol, it's 4. So it's a pretty good chance to get 4. Yep. And that would be a 1. To be fair, any symbol there would hurt, but yeah, it definitely is a thing. All right. So we are there, and we now need to go to upkeep. All right. Doom on the agenda, 6 of 7, and encounter cards. Yep, that seems fine. we'll take those. Oh yeah, well it's a little more, it's a little less fine here, but it's still okay. Yeah, that goes back to 4. Yep. All right. So as I said, my turn would still be 1-2. I'll take my lone wolf money. While I'm here, or actually, does it make sense for me to investigate? Like, is it? What's the point of having? Oh, I can spend clues to draw cards, but I can't draw cards because I have these 2 things. So we're gonna have to test those off. Yeah, I'm just going through the math of it all. I think I should investigate. I will lock picks here with my 3rd action, and I'll commit victory to. Oh, sorry, victory. I'll commit manual dexterity to the test and double it. So it's +4, +6, +9. So I'm +7 to the test. I will succeed. I will exhaust the cigarette case, and I'll draw a card from lockpicks. And that's my 3. Move, move, and investigate. Oh, and I can use Milan to get a clue, and I think or get a money rather, and I think I missed that last time, but that's my fault. All right, and then I don't have any items still. Correct. Go ahead. Yep. El Buco. Action 1. Action 2. Sure. I think they're just right here, right? Yep. It could be a future you problem. The knowledge, yep. Well, you're gonna. Your hand size is only 6, remember? I know. Just reminding you. Mm. Every now and again, you draw some obscuring fog. You could breathe it in. It's not always monsters and horrible, horrible, horrible things. All right. Well, it's also not really a me solution, but we'll figure it out. Like, yeah, I think you forgot about your power and the fact that you have the body of Eothian and you're not Agnes. Your strength, yeah. Okay. So that was our turns, right? We're done because you moved, yeah. So monster phase, he's still staying, so we go to upkeep. All right. So Doom on the agenda will advance us. Shuffle the discard pile in. If the custodian is not controlled by a player, he is, so we can ignore that. Check your supplies. If we have the pendant, read the following, but we do not. Alright, each player's hand size is now reduced by 4, so when we check again, it's going to be a hand size of 4, not 6. And we have 7 turns. Alright, encounter cards. Well, you could just leave that on, right? Put a number 2 on it. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, we're both doing it. It's fine. It's fine. The, yes, I agree with your decision. Alright, and then my encounter card. Spawn at the Great Library. It is alert and aloof. If we have found the process or realize what year it is, it loses aloof and gains hunter. Well, we have found the process per the Great Library, so it has a hunting keyword. Super fun. All right. That's also fine. I think that's an upgrade. I will happily let that creature exist as long as I can't draw my weakness. All right. Well, my turn's going to be super eventful. I will begin by investigating the location. I will succeed. I will succeed by actually, do I? 5 to 2, and I got a -2, so I only succeeded by 1, right? Okay. So then I will spend four money to play Intel Report and get 2 clues from this location. Then I will move up, and then I will discard Lucky Cigarette Case using the fast action on the hall to move up here. And that is my super awesome turn. I'm also, since I investigated with the lockpicks, I'm going to use Dr. Milan to regain a money, and I'm going to get my money from Lone Wolf. I never got to use lockpicks or scavenging, but that's fine. Oh, I draw an extra card from the custodian. Didn't matter. Okay, go ahead. What is vivisection? Oh, you're testing the location. So it's a base of 4, so you're -2, so even. Okay. Nope. Are we lucky? Yeah, we are so lucky. Cool. So we have now done 5 of 6. Nice. Book of Shadows. Okay. To just use it. Alright, so you're +2 base. +6. Hey, you're the clue getter now. I'm just here. Alright. So then we go to the That's okay. Then that was the monster phase, so he hunts. We go to the upkeep from there. I thought I clicked it. Alright. Doom on the agenda and encounter cards. Oh, not anymore. Well, I think we've gotten all the clues we're getting, so. Alright. That's less fine. How much of that do I have to give? Let me think about it. Let me do some math. Alright, so realistically I'm taking 3 horror. Let's start with that base. If I think that, that would kill me. So I think it's in our best interest for me not to deal with this, unless you have a... Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Great. I think I go first. Alright, I will acquire Lone Wolf money. I will move into this location, and I will test... Oh, what did I take? I took the locked door. I'm so silly. Yeah. Oh, I draw an extra card from the custodian. I forgot to do that. All right. I will then test agility to manipulate the device. I will commit unexpected courage to get 4. So that's 6, which gets me to +3. I will also commit quick thinking to be +4 and breaking and entering to be +5. So I have moved. I'm activating the device. +5. I succeed by 3, so I get my action back because of quick thinking, and I can draw from the cigarette case. And then I will move into this location. And I think investigating is actually correct for me. We have many problems. Which one are you alluding to now? That is accurate. You could not have done that. So I will take the test. Uh, oh wait, no, I'll just take the test. It's fine. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna use lockpicks and investigate the location. I am 5 to 4. I'm gonna commit breaking and entering to be 9 to 4. I'm gonna succeed. Get my scavenging, which importantly will get me back my lucky cigarette case, which has willpower on it. All right, that's my 3. Okay, that's 2. All right. Would you like help, or do you think you have it? Because we can both commit cards and both use the skill. That's each one of us can do that. Correct. I understand that. What I'm asking is, for example, if you had a card like Live and Learn or Lucky, do you feel comfortable testing? Okay, so I'll give you +2. So you're actually at +3 now. So one of them is gone. Great. Okay. And then we go to well, before you do, oh yeah, that's the end of your turn. Sure. Then we go to the monster phase. This one hunts, and we go to upkeep. All right, let's do it. In live. Boom. Okay, awesome. Cool. All right, Doom on the agenda and encounter cards. This one. Yep, shouldn't matter though. We're not investigating and we don't have to use the location to do anything. So that spawns at the laboratory of the Great Race. That's the, not that, yeah. Okay. It is, we have activated the device so it loses Aloof and gains Hunter. Alright. Oh, right. Yeah, I get one too. Cool. So now the investigator phase begins and we each draw an extra card. Because we're at the same location. I am not going to be any help, unfortunately, at my problems. Okay. I thought I just said I can't deal with problems. I mean, unless you mean this. This I can deal with my problem. I mean, it can hit me for 2 if you mean that. There's no I'm handling that problem. Right? It's just gonna keep punching me till I die. I only have 2. I don't have high, and all my cards are in here, or many of them anyway. I did. I'm putting it back. That's fine. Okay, and you already took a charge off as well. It looks like. Okay, so we're in action 2. Okay. Okay. All right. Those are good ones though. All right. Okay. Uh, well, since we talked about me getting punched in the face, I think I'm gonna play a friend who likes to get punched for me. Also helps me with tests. Um, I'm then. You have to reveal it, I believe, right? Yep. Okay. Um, okay. So sorry, that threw me off. I played Treasure Hunter. That was action one. Action two. I believe I want to investigate this location because I want to get my scavenging to trigger. So I am 6 to 4. I will commit flashlight to be +4. I do not have 5 or more cards, so that's only -1, so I succeed. I get to trigger both the cigarette case and the scavenging. Well, that's a very convenient card for the problem that we're dealing with. And I'm going to grab my cigarette case again with the intention of using it to help pass this test. I am currently even. If I do this, I'd be +2 willpower. How do you feel about that? Should we wait for the future turns, or should I take the test now? It's significantly like it would be almost 70% chance to succeed. Okay, well, we'll take it, and we pass because we have no cards in our hand. So now I'm able to perform draw actions, so that could be good. All right, so upkeep. Oh, sorry. Before that, we should play correctly. So these are gonna hunt. I will take this friend. Uh, I will take 1 damage on the treasure hunter and 1 damage on me. Um, when I get to the upkeep, we will. That hasn't happened yet. We're still in the monster phase, right? Alright, so I took 1 on the treasure hunter and 1 on me, so then we'll go to the upkeep, and yes, I will be paying for him to stay around. What does this one do? 1 and 1, yeah. I need to. I sh Because you control the order. Yeah, I got it. Er, this is after your turn ends. Ah, that's fine. It's not important enough to me. Like whether it's like you're still able to assign it the next turn, so it's fine. So we moved the monsters. We did upkeep. I drew my card already, so we're in Mythos phase. Doom on the agenda, and new and fun, exciting encounter cards. Well, he spawns in the library, and all right, we're gonna read it. Regardless of whether it succeeds or fails, choose and discard all but X cards, where X is the modified skill value for this test. So right now, I would just discard 1 card. That's fine, because my base is 2. So, uh, what does this do? Place 1 of your clues on your location. Okay. Yes. Well, maybe. We'll see. So that happens. We discard a card. I was gonna discard this card, but instead I'll discard the lockpicks. All right. And that was encounter cards. So then the investigator phase begins, right? So then we draw from the custodian, each of us. All right. I like that idea. Okay. So it looks like you're 7 to 4, so you're +3, and your hand size is 6. Okay, so you're +5. Success. Yep. 2. So action 1 was using the book. 2 was firing. Yep. I don't know what it is. Do you want to talk about it? Oh, I wouldn't. Like it'll hurt too much. And we have 4 turns. I think we win next turn, right? That's the plan. That's my plan anyway. We spend. I was. Uh, yeah, I was planning to evade him. Actually, I don't even know if I have to, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But my thinking is we can spend our clues to get 2 card shots, and then once we get over the hand size limit, which you already are at, and I will be at as well, if we both click twice, we get out. That was where my head was at. Um, I mean, I just think taking the horror is the thing that could kill you, right? Because already you're at one off of death or two off of death, and like sure you'll have Pete to potentially get it, so you're really I guess five off. I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the alternative is if you kill this guy next turn, but it looks like you probably can't because he's such a huge body. Yeah. Yeah. So if you can't kill him next turn, then I think you just play the weakness now to get to buy us more time or to protect your health from or your sanity rather from something. I think it makes the most sense. Yeah. So we just put a doom on the agenda, right? Yep. Sure. All right. So from here, I will use my lock picks. I will commit perception and double it. So that's 610. That should be plenty. And by should be, I mean I'm pretty confident it is. I will succeed. I draw from perception. I'm going to activate Lucky Cigarette Case, which is also going to draw, which is going to put a horror on the treasure hunter. Oh, that's very good. Oh, I should have scavenging first, but that's easy to fix. Um, so what? All right, we don't. I don't think I'm going to need knowledge, so I would have grabbed the cigarette case again. And then we'll shuffle. All right. So that's from the scavenging. That's from that. Obviously, I don't get lone wolf. We did that. I've got 5 cards. Our hand size is 6 because of this location. Um, that was action 1. Was that? Oh, and I get this clue, which didn't. It's important for a number of reasons. All right. I think that nothing good can come from drawing cards here because I'm going to go up to 6 anyway from the encounter deck. Nothing good can come from moving into that location, and nothing good can come from playing cards, so I will get 2 money. Alright, so the monster phase happens. This friend comes. Our friendly treasure hunter will take the 2 damage for us because it's 1 and 1, which is exactly how I split it. This engages with me. Then we go to the upkeep. Click that. That's also super awesome. Alright, we got some really good stuff here. 5 of 7, and your turn. Oh, that's not. Oh, actually, it's okay because your base is 4. So if you can just commit one card, you'll be fine. Well, so one you can double it to 2, will get you to 6, right? And then you'll be able to keep 6 cards. You'll only have 5. So the test itself is irrelevant. Sure, sure. So you succeed, and you heal, and then you can keep, like we said, 6 cards, but you have 5, so you're fine. Okay. All right. Let me read this card real quick. That wasn't what I was. Well, yes, it is evading. I was looking at a different evade card. I can't do both. But when the investigator phase begins, we do get the custodian trigger, and since we're together, we both draw a card. So you draw a card. Yep. I didn't know if that was going to change anything for you. Um. uh. So if you can, I think if your turn is book plus shriveling plus click, that gets you out, right? It gets you 3 more cards, so that does not get you out. Never mind, unless yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I understand. So then when since you're not out this turn with that, then I think we're not out this turn. So then I think what we do is you go book, shriveling, and move out, and then I evade this guy and move out for a number of reasons. One, when this guy wakes up next turn, I don't want to be here. Two, the hand size reduces, so our clues get more value when we're on other locations because the additional card comes from being over hand size. And I don't think we can kill the guy that has the 4 toughness or 4 life. And so the only other way to deal with him would be for me to move out, but that kills me. So I think you just kill my guy and then move out. The smaller one, I mean. I don't think I die because you would do physical damage, and I have plenty of that. But sure, it's funny to say it to make me feel bad. That's cool. Take a shot. Yep, you're +4. I believe you're. Oh, you because you played the rosary, so you're +5. I'm sorry. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. I just forgot. Yep, he's gone, and then I think you just move out with your third. All right. So then it's my turn to deal with this fella. I was originally going to just straight evade him, but I think it's actually significantly smarter to play breaking and entering to investigate this location. So we're going to do that. Um, we are then going to be adding it, so we're 6. So we're +3, and then I'm going to commit manual dexterity, and then I'm going to double that to be +7. And I can't do better than that. I succeed, so I draw a card from manual dex. I also draw a card from lucky cigarette. Breaking and entering gets discarded. I would get the clue, but more importantly, I automatically evade. That's action 1. There's nothing for me to scavenge, I don't believe, because I reshuffled. Correct. Um, and then I evaded, so I can draw another card from pickpocketing. Why wouldn't I want to do that? That's fine too. So action 2, correct. I could hit the overzealous, but I thought I hit that already. But either way, I drew my card. I live my life. We're gonna have to draw cards to get out of here anyway, right? Um, that said, I do think me getting out now doesn't help you. So I am gonna stay. What's up? I understand. If you're happy with it, I is it. Oh, is it both immediately? Oh, never mind then. Okay, sure. I'm gonna play Dr. Milan to get some horror soak. Yep. And then we have a 4 card maximum hand size now. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3 cards to get down to 4. That's true. So you he just came in to play this turn, so you've already moved him. What was your bad thing? Yes, you're right. Yep, you're right. So yeah, he'll move up to here, and then we'll do upkeep. So we get one more card to look at, and that's the card I'm discarding anyway. Okay, that's end of turn, so that should not matter. Doom in the agenda, 6 of 7, and no guts, no glory. That should be fine. Just take your test, and you're failing it. So what are you losing? Discarding a card from your hand. Okay. And then from this one, you also have to discard an asset. Okay. And then my test. I'm assuming you can't. Can you block that? Yes. Because we're together? Yeah, that's the good one. Yeah, okay, thank goodness. So, Dr. Chris. Um, yeah, it does. You have clues. The first one gets you 2 to 4, then it gets you to 7, then it gets you to 10. As long as you don't hit a weakness, we're out. It's a possibility. Can't control it. Oh, sure. Well then, we are out, but we'll go through the motions of it. Go ahead. Remember, we draw an extra card for the custodian, which I think you also probably forgot to in your calculation there. Oh well, first you have to draw from the custodian. So you have to. Oh right, you did. Yep, sure. So then you'll draw 9 cards this way because you're gonna go. You're gonna be over when you draw the first one. So 3, and then 3 more, and then 3 more. All right. And then it's my turn to do the same. So yeah. So we just do this and this, of course. That's fine. Is there anything else that happens? No. And by Dr. Milan. No, I just killed Dr. Milan. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll do that again. And that should not be a positive. Yep, that's 10 and 10, or more than 10, so we advance. Resolution 1. Hey, back on track. We're getting positive results when doing the scenario. And we only left one victory hanging, it looks like. The Ythian Observer over there. So, pretty neat. Alright, let's go to Resolution 1. Yeah, right? Resolution 1 without anybody dying. So, you awaken and find your mind dizzy. Check the number of tasks completed. It was all 6. Record that the process was perfected. Oh, what happened? Somebody hit something. Alright, we're back. The process was perfected. Gain 4 bonus XP as you gain insight into the secrets of the Earth. We can ignore these because we did all 6. We also get the display and proceed to the interlude. So we had how many in the display? 7, so 13. Let's go! Or sorry, 11. 11. It's plus 4, right? Yeah. It was plus 6 in my brain for a second because that's how many we did. But plus 11 is still huge. Alright, the process did not backfire, so we can skip this. Check the campaign log. If all of the following are true, there are 2 or more tokens, but we did not rescue Alejandro, so we cannot do this, unfortunately. Yep. So we come over here. We do have chalk, so we can record. Oh, no ill effects, which is good, because you have the chalk, right? Go ahead. What about the top? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I see it. Yes, Alejandro is set against you. I don't think that that's super relevant, but yes, you're right. Alejandro is set against you. He's not in anyone's deck anymore, but I think he wasn't in mine anyway. The way is open because you have chalk. We don't have rations, so we start with 3 less money. And I am poisoned, so I take another physical trauma. Alright. There's nowhere does it say anything about using a medicine. Right? And the medicine itself doesn't say anything on it, from what I remember. Yeah. So, not currently. Alright, let's check your supplies. Oh, I should read it out. Each investigator with medicine can use it to remove a poison weakness. Never mind, you can use it. Yeah. I will happily take it. Yep, I will happily let you do that instead. So if you could click me down on the trauma. Alright, and then the last one is blankets. We have blankets, so we don't take more trauma. Oh, I don't have blankets, so I do get trauma. But I'll take a mental this time. Because I get to choose this one. And then the final, or the next mission would be the Depths of Yoth. So that's it. As we said before, 7 plus 4 is 11 XP, and we will see everybody tomorrow night to do the Depths of Yoth. Back on track. Hopefully we can finish out the campaign strong. Let's go. Good night, good fight.